there. This is Kelly Redmond from Impact Media and Entertainment Coalition, a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And this is one of the first live streams that is not highlighting something that we're celebrating. This is actually an action alert and a call to action to support a social justice cause that we believe firmly in. I will say right now, before I introduce our guest, it is extremely time sensitive. So, one, we need a call to action immediately. It's time sensitive. And now I'm going to introduce our guest, Angela. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you for reaching out. As you know, I've known about Free Sean 2022, hashtag Free Sean 2022 for a while, and have been wanting to support in ways that I could along the way. And today it was clear it was time to take action now while we could. So I introduce you, Angela, and hashtag Free Sean 2022. Please tell us Sean's story and what we can do to support this social justice action cause today, because we need action today.
Yes, we do, Kelly. Thank you so much for the opportunity to team and to share your platform for a cause that is not just individual, but an opportunity to practice being in community through action, through change making. So the short and the dirty is Sean Marshall is a 37-year-old Coloradan who has been incarcerated for the last 14 years with the Department of Corrections for a conviction in 2008 of armed robbery with a BB gun. That conviction in 2008 of armed robbery with a BB gun when he was 23 years old got him a sentence of 45 years. For all y'all listening, the average robbery the average robbery sentence in Colorado is 13.5 years. The maximum second-degree murder charge is 48 years. And Sean has been serving a disproportionate sentence for 14 years. So that's one part of the applying for clemency. How are we looking at disproportionate sentences for our Black and brown males? How are they made an example of? So that is one piece of how Sean and his lawyer, Kristen Nelson, executive director at the Sparrow Justice Project, applied for clemency last December. Fast forward to this December, and Governor Polis will be making his clemency decision literally any day. That decision will be made in full light of Sean's story, and not just these numbers and what his case represents, but who he has become. Sean is an amazing author and a fine artist and musical artist. He also is a father of a 14-year-old daughter. He also is the creator of this beautiful sweatshirt piece of George Floyd and on our uprising of what change can and should look like. So he has done such tremendous things that he got out of the friend zone that he was in for the last 15 years and has stolen my heart.
Yes.
So to be able to be proximate to someone who I have known, I went to college and he went to prison. We have known each other for this long, and to be able to finally advocate on his behalf and share with the world not only the injustices of our system, but the type of person who we are limiting and incarcerating for literally no more need now. If our system was built on reform, there would be recidivism. Yes. And to be able to practice not just a re-looking at what this unjust sentence was, but looking at unjust sentences overall. And that's really what the Sparrow Justice Project seeks to do. I'm looking at that clock countdown. So what is it that you can do? Now we were able to ask for public support. Governor Polis will be making his decision any day. You can call him, you can tweet him, you can share the stories and the posts from Sean's social media media at I am Sean John Marshall, or through the Sparrow Justice Project, but getting as much public knowledge and support behind him. You can do it through sharing, tweeting, posting, calling, emailing, praying, and also donating at the Sparrow Justice Project. Kelly, what questions do you have? How are we doing?
What I will also say, yes, take a breath. What I will also say is you can share this broadcast to get people involved, to learn the story, to know, what to do.
Yes.
Again, on the ticker, it's giving you the phone number where you can call the governor, tweet the governor, and the hashtag of Free Sean 2022. Thank you so much for sharing that really quickly and concisely so that we know. We're going to continue to repeat it as we share more about Sean's story. Let's talk a little bit more about, who Sean is and why he's so special, and why this is such a travesty that he's behind bars, and getting a disproportionate based on the crime that was committed.
I have a bias. Maybe it's my social worker heart. Maybe it's the God in me, but I think all people are beautiful and have these incredible stories. And what happens to many of our Black and brown, low income, disabled, differently, sexuality, like there's so many things that happen for so many groups of people where both stories are untold and the potential for their change, for the potential for their greatness is not met. Sean will say, I needed to go to prison to get my stuff together. He hit rock bottom and was in solitary confinement. And it was either I'm not going to be here because I can't figure out how to make it out, how to do this, or I'm going to find a way and I'm going to be here. And since he has found a way, his entire life has been dedicated to legacy and to being what he has always been. It's, I think, this return to self. And he talks so beautifully about his mom, Ellen Marshall, and how he is able to, even while incarcerated, become this stand-up person with these values that she instilled in him. And we were just talking this morning, and I'm like, we talk about the expectations for people and what the free world is going to be incredible. It's also going to be full of a lot of people who have not put the time, energy, resources into reaching their full potential. So what Sean has done with his time incarcerated is become the most phenomenal artist that I have seen. He does murals and portraits and paintings and watercolor and graphic, and just has fine-tuned that craft. He also has fine-tuned his people skills and his book reading and his knowledge of just society, and having to literally be in hell, surrounded by not the most uplifting both incarcerators and fellow incarcerees, to be someone that in the free world, as I could choose, not anyone, girl, like, get real, but like, there's a lot of people in the world, and I'm like, no, it's you. I've never met someone so amazing and so confined at the same time, and for the world to see, but really, really for his loved ones to see. He has a daughter who he has not known outside of prison. He has not been on a walk with her in the guard, like, oh my God, to be able to get your dad going into high school, like, that is cute. To get your son, who you've known has always been a lot of things, but also has been a knucklehead for some time, and to get to build that with his amazing Black single parent mom who has just stuck by his side like no other, and to get to be a part of that. Like, I want to be a part of that so closely that, like, boot up, prison, got a prison, I'll do whatever, like, yes, this is it. And also for those who are proximate to me, like you, Kelly, like folks who are watching, like, this isn't just our story. There are so many people with not just potential, but with loved ones with potential that are behind bars, and we don't talk about it, and we don't let that vulnerable part always always be known. So to be able to stand with him boldly and support him, and also call on others in a way that is both like necessary social change, but
Yes.
also like this is all relational. This is all connected. This is us. If we, have those connections directly to people behind bars, or we just recognize our interconnectedness as society, this is a chance to practice that. So I feel like that's a good closing place, and just an opportunity to practice. And thank you for listening and for tuning in.
No, absolutely. You and Sean stole my heart, captured my heart hearing your story in February of this year. We met during Black History Month, and I've been wanting to be supportive and been looking for the right time, the right place, the right opportunity. And I'm so glad you texted me today.
Yeah, me too.
About this. But
it's that grand old procrastination. I don't know. Somehow it connects, but it's the right time and the right place. And we will be able to be back, right, Kelly, with some updates about what happens in the next couple of days. And so excited to come back and share and continue to build community.
Yes. Before we leave, I want to make sure, because it's very simple. I believe the message that we have for Governor Polis, Governor Polis, is basically hashtag Free Sean 2022. Just say Free Sean 2022, right? He knows what that means, right?
He does. He does. And let him know that the disproportionate sentencing can and needs to stop. And here is a wonderful way to practice that right in time for the holidays.
Exactly. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. And yes, we will be back either for more action steps, but our hope and prayer.
Yes.
Governor Polis, we are counting on you to grant this clemency so that we can celebrate freedom and celebrate you doing the right thing.
Yes.
So not just for Sean, but for all of humanity. Thank you so much, Angela, for joining us today.
Thank you.
And we will be in touch closely over the next few days and coming back live, just like we did today, spontaneous. We'll do whatever we need to do.
Yeah.
For the next steps.
I love it. Thank you, Kelly. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, and take care, everybody.
Thank you so much. God bless, and we'll be in touch. All right. See you, everyone.